Oh, all right, here we go. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people of the internet, especially if you stuck around for this game coming up. I appreciate it if you did. Um, we have the matchup today between Pain's Armada and IOLO in Diamond League Season 3. This is for League slash Division 1. So the top league, the prestigious league, if you will. And just a reminder to everyone at home, the stream will capture the full emotion of the casters as it pertains to the gameplay from either team in the stream. It is not our intention to put down either team or their players in a derogatory way, and any and all comments made in a negative way are to be taken as satire meant to entertain and inform an audience. We will do our best to not participate in toxic positivity or toxic negativity. If you have any criticism or critique, feel free to DM me on Discord. My DMs are always open, and please refrain from open-ended defamation on public forums. Thank you to everyone who has supported me or was thoughtful in their criticism, and viewer discretion is advised. Now, as we get into the gameplay, we'll go ahead and take a look at the maps real quick, as we have been doing so for much of today. Again, as always, we'll have the first two maps on the the first two games on the hotspot map, which we saw between Jokernord and Steel earlier today, and at least with this one, I would expect, as I've preached about before, as we've preached repeatedly at this point, flank control matters. Flank control really, really, really matters. If you have
Please, people.
if you have a
Please.
destroyer and a cruiser next to each other on a cap, that destroyer is not doing anything. If you have a there's if you have a destroyer or not a destroyer, a cruiser and a battleship next to each other and everything, it's like flanked matter, people. Please, we've been preaching it over and over and over and over and over again. Flanks matter, flanks matter, flanks matter. Yes, cap pressure matters, but you cannot do it with your DDs on this map. So,
Indeed.
so anything you want to say, Smoke? Just before we get into the gameplay, should be going live in about 6 minutes.
Yeah. I was like to make a note that I think Pain kind of strikes me as a team that probably bring one BB on this map. Because I think they have before. So they'll probably keep on doing that, sticking with one battleship on this map.
Possibly. And we saw from IOLO that they brought the one battleship as well, and they repositioned it from here all the way to here, and took their cruiser and positioned it all the way to here. So, I'm not very optimistic. I'm just cautious when it comes to this game. I hope it goes well. I'm just gonna keep it real. I hope that this goes well. I hope that we see some good positioning and good gameplay. But I mean, for a lot of these top teams, we see a lot of just sitting around not doing anything and no actual playmaking happening.
Yeah, I would say for more top teams, we will probably be more harsher.
Yeah, so as we said before, I don't want to be. I'm not intending to be harsh on anyone, but because of the fact that these are the best players to the game, we do hold them to a little bit higher of a standard. So, and if you don't get behind if you don't get behind holding people accountable for their actions, for them to call themselves the best players in the game, then I don't know what to say at that point. These people are supposed to be good. I would like to at least say that they're good, and I expect I expect good things. It's as simple as that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat if something is bad with these games, because the littlest of details with these top teams is what's gonna cause a win or a loss. Versus the Jokernord versus Steel game, we're giving them a lot more rope, because the fact that it's like we saw 4 boats in middle here, we would probably be a lot more critical of that against a top team, especially when they don't kill this DD that took a torp literally for no reason. So
yeah, but it's like Pain do that, my eyes would be like popping on my head.
What? Why could Priest how could Priest have done this? I'm his #1 fan.
You've let me down, Priest.
So But yeah, we should. I mean, I expect better gameplay. I hope to see better gameplay. Um, but again, I'm not gonna try to like overly drag someone through the dirt or be overly critical of people. But it's just we are going to be critical of the little things because the little things is what's probably going to determine these games. So
Indeed.
so we're lucky enough. So IOLO because of last week and a few of the comments I said and everything, they have elected to not give me a POV for this week. So we're going to be going completely off of Payne's POVs from TTB Toxic and Dan BRD. Two extremely good players. Toxic is actually, I would argue, probably in the top 10 of one of the top 10 best cruiser players in the game for competitive at the moment. He's been playing comp for quite a while and everything. I think he was with Base before he joined Payne, but he's been extremely good with Payne. So, as I said, just gonna be holding these people accountable. So, the two PVs that we have, as I said, Toxic and Dan. Not exactly sure which ship classes they're playing yet at this point, but since we have one of the rooms at least open at this point, I am going to go on to Toxic's POV because we can at least look at the rooms now, or at least look at them in the room as we wait for the next few minutes. So I'm going to swap over that right now. So as we see already, we get a quick peek 2 minutes before ready up time. We do have TTV Toxic in the Kuromi Sarika Charles Martel. So I really like Charles on this. I really, really, really like Charles strats, man.
You're a goon for them.
I fiend for my Kuromi Sarika Charles Martel, man. So we'll unmute his stream for now since we're along board with him for the moment.
I mean,
But
honestly, if you look at Dan, he is running Fanta with a 16-2 Robin.
let's go look at that real quick, I guess. Let's go look at Dan. Yeah, as you said, so now we know. So we have Dan and Leif and Task, and we have Toxic in the Kuromi Surika Charles Martel. Oh, we're getting people to start writing up now. So I'm gonna keep it on Dan's POV for a second here. Okay, we got everyone ready up. So we have from IOLO, they're bringing Lightning, Leif and Task, Z23, Plymouth, Baltimore, Vanguard, Hawk. So they're bringing 2 battleships this time. And then we have from Payne, we have Osborne, Leif and Task, Black, Harlem, Amalfi, Charles Martel, and Vanguard. Holy moly, burst damage, Batman. So Amalfi and Charles Martel hopefully are going to both get a radar and everything, and with the ability of them to have radars, are going to have like super pressure on enemy deities. And it's going to be really down to Payne to have their Vanguard and Hawk be able to kind of just pressure down and zone out the Amalfi, Charles, and the Harlem, for example. So I'll go back to riding along with them live. Oh, and I see this now from Dan. Dan's running, he has 5-6 concealed base on his Leif Fantastic, so that is Sims Bergamini, I'm pretty sure, is his inspos there. To be able to get this conceal. So, and if he pops his engine boost to the 16-2 Robin, I believe that gets him down to I want to say it would get him down to about 5-3, 5-4 maybe, 5-3, 5-4, somewhere in that range. But Dan electing to take much more survivability based commander skills and captain skills to be able to try to keep his boat alive for as long as possible here. So at least with the 2 POVs that we get, what's nice about it is the fact that we do get what's it called? We do have Toxic. Oh, Toxic is actually rotating over here to the seaside, so we're gonna have both POVs on the seaside here. So I'm gonna transition over to Toxic for moment here as he gets over to reposition. We're going to ride along with him so that hopefully if things get spotted, we can see it from his POV where he can at least see stuff from the middle here, have better RGA across the map. It looks like Late Fantastic Harlem for Late Fantastic and Harlem for Pain spawned over on the seaside. Charles Martel here in middle, gonna help support his, looks like Osborne with the amount of torps that he put out there here in the middle. And then I believe it's Black and Amalfi over on the B side as well.
That's a deadly combo.
Black Amalfi, yeah.
Yeah, that's a super deadly combo. Oh, a Vanguard out on the flank.
Yep, so...
Oh, he's pushing in there. But the Harlem's out there. Oh, man.
Oh, no. Where have I seen this before? Oh, no. Oh, and Balti over here, so...
Stealth radar Baltimore.
Stealth radar Balti, so... Dan gonna get caught in this radar here. Looks like they're playing really aggressive with that cruiser over there. So it looks like IOLO is not playing for C at the moment at all. Unless if they... Yeah, the DD is over there. So that's, I believe, Lightning. I believe that's Lightning, Balti, and Vanguard over here.
I don't know why Dan should be forced sending it away because he's on the edge of that Balti's radar.
I think that's what he was trying to do, but just his engine there just did not want to get going, so he eats a ton of damage. Perm fire.
He was moving half speed.
Dan takes a lot of unnecessary damage there.
Yeah, he took way too much. He was moving half speed when he got radar and wasn't forced sending it away, and so he just stood in the radar and got smashed. I think that's why Vanguard was also playing aggressively to support that radar.
It looks like it. He is going to get farmed out by Charles Martel here for a little bit, though. So we're going to go look on, go back to Toxic's POV as he is over here shooting the Vanguard and farming him out for a decent amount.
Yeah, but it seems Vanguard might pay the price, though, getting farmed out by Charles Martel and Harlem Bomb, so I don't think that was worth it. Because seeing the boats they have, Charles Martel and Harlem, that Vanguard should have been more careful.
Yeah, they knew pretty quickly.
He's blowing up, man.
I don't know if he has. I think he's using a heal right now, actually, to help stabilize himself. But there's another bomb on him, down to about 20k HP. He commits to the reload boost to it. Actually, Toxic committing the reload boost. I was
just about to say the Toxic. I would easily reload boost to.
Yep. Here comes another bomb, and this is so. If they get any fires, they're permanent. And Vanguard will not get to another heal in time. If they get one, I think if they even just get one perm fire, I think he goes down. Gets the fire. Gets it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that Vanguard goes down here
because of it.
Yep. So he's going to get even more pressure.
He committed too hard considering the lineup they had. He should have been more careful.
I like the aggressive play to be able to put a lot of pressure on Dan early, but it's just too early. It's too aggressive too early. So especially against a Harlem, and Harlem is going to be able to take C for free here. Gets a double. That's actually a double perm fire now on the Vanguard. So that Vanguard will be going down for IOLO. Yep. So he's going to be able to lob that island a little bit. This is just perfect positioning so far from Toxic. Absolutely perfection to be able to just deal with this aggressive IOLO push. Able to dodge the final salvo from the Vanguard as he goes down. And he's putting a lot of pressure on the Balti. And it looks like Harlem isn't going into their spawn. Oh my goodness, what the heck is happening in middle?
DD is really pushing.
What? That's Fanta on...
Oh, that makes sense. He's
yeah. That's Fanta on Osborne, I'm pretty sure.
What? Osborne? Please?
Oh, that's Black. No, it's Black. Okay, so Black... Thank God. So Pain able to get the early kill onto the Vanguard. Balti is just getting absolutely perm spotted here, and even though it's a full HP Lightning over here against this Fanta, he can't commit because of the fact that it's still a Fanta amount of DPM, and also this Charles Martel is out here able to support him as well. So it's just nothing he's going to be able to do. This Balti is going to go down here momentarily. So it's going to be a Vanguard and a Balti down, Yep, there he goes. Vanguard and Balti down. C-Cap firmly under control from Pain now. IOLO able to hold position here at B, able to contest the cap. But
IOLO's Hawk is pushing deep on B. Oh, yeah,
oh my
he's
goodness,
really
he
deep
just
in
went
there.
super deep in there.
I would say that Baltimore, like, when that Vanguard fell, he should have backed way up, but he didn't. He kind of stood there, and so he was just open to be farmed because of that and died.
We're gonna go look at Dan's POV here as he goes and rotates across the map, because he's gonna be the first one of these two to likely get back into the action. And it looks like they're probably gonna call for Dan to just go straight up just 1v1 the Fanta. Now, Dan is not healthy. He's only on 7k HP, but with Sims and Bergamini on his side... Oh, and the Hawk and Vanguard trade. That's
I was
actually
just
a
about to say, I
really...
think they ran me.
That's a really good trade for Pain, actually. So now, IOLO have no HP. The only HP that they have to play with anymore is that Cruiser over there, which I'm pretty sure is the Plymouth. Yeah, it is the Plymouth, because they had the Plymouth and the Balti. So it's Plymouth over there on D, which, even with the amount of DPM that it has and everything... I mean, Pain, sure, Pain lose their battleship, and they did lose a DD. Yeah, I don't know, man. So Pain do go down on caps. They're still up by 150 points, and they just have so much HP. Look, the Harlem is full. The Harlem is absolutely full. The Charles is still like 3/4 HP, and he's also going to be here just on the Fanta's nuts. Fanta gets spotted here. I don't know why he slows down here. He needs to just keep going full speed at him.
I don't know, Dan has a tendency to just slow down when he shouldn't be, it seems.
So they are committing probably both Rela boosts here onto the Fanta. We're going to ride along with Dan, because Dan is likely going to go down here. Dan does go down. We're going to transition real quick back to the Charles Martel. Trying to get the trade off here. If they don't get the trade, this is actually not as good as we thought it was for Pain.
Yeah, the problem was that Fanta, he took so much damage from the first radar of Baltimore because he didn't try to run away, really.
Does get an extra pen blind on the Fanta. I don't think that
ban for that engagement.
Yeah. Maybe should have waited for a second for his Charles to get like right on his nuts to be able to help him. If you want to take that fight with that little amount of HP. So this isn't over yet. So IOLO on a 3 cap, 3 caps, so they have cap advantage at the moment. The Pain is only up by about 15 points at the moment. Osborne and Amalfi are still very healthy. The DD actually, the Lightning goes on to C. And I think the Harlem is just scared about line torps, so he doesn't really want to get line torped here. It appears
that Pain loses this though.
Yeah, they have no map pressure anymore. The Amalfi and Osborne have been forced out so hard by the Plymouth.
That Fanta just, well, 2 of their DDs are dead, and all of IOLO's DDs are alive.
Yeah, and Fanta can just reset Toxic here. Toxic can't really do a whole lot about it. That Fanta is going to be immortal here against the Charles because there's nothing that he's going to be able to do about it.
We know the only DD alive on Pain side is Priest, dude. My man.
My man.
My boy.
My lad. Yeah, and Toxic is just never going to be able to stabilize to get this cap.
Dan, like, he could have ran away from Baltimore radar because he was just on the edge, but he was going half speed instead. And Sam Season, I don't know what happened to Sam Season. They might have eaten a torp or something, I'm not sure.
It's certainly possible. In fact, I'd argue... Actually, Toxic doesn't get reset, so they do get back stabilized even on caps again. And, I mean, if I'm Toxic here, I feel like he has to go deep. I feel like he has to go deep with his Amalfi and Osborne and just go take the fight to the Plymouth and the Z. I feel like he has to just get in there.
Probably use a speed boost gain.
Yeah, like, I agree. He needs to use a speed boost and start driving through the middle here really hard. He has to do this. We're going to go look at Dan's POV here as well, because he's looking at this from the overhead. And yeah, I really, really think that Toxic needs to get his butt in gear and just go in there to... Because Amalfi is going to have a really hard time beating a Plymouth, especially this close. Just 1v1. Oh, and he does nothing on the first salvo. No. At best, Pain trade this. At best.
Fanta's on D.
Huh.
Fanta's on D with Toxic right now.
No way!
Oh!
No! You're kidding me! Oh my goodness, Six, you are the GOAT.
Count for the turn. You didn't
Six,
count for the turn.
Six, you're absolutely the GOAT. How the heck? All those games in defense, man. He's gotten so good at brawling after all those games of defense. Harlem able to just keep this lightning off cap forever as well. And now we'll go back and... Actually, is this lightning getting engaged here? Just, if you can, keep an eye on Toxic's POV a little bit for me, just so if we know that he gets in a fight here. So yeah, Lightning is committing hard onto the Harlem here. Harlem has space to be able to just run away and not care about it. There's zero chance this Lightning torps this guy.
Yeah, he's gonna try and chase his ass here. Like, this is gonna be a really close game.
This is, yeah. Because Pain do have a lot of HP to play with, but they just have no... Wait, why is Harlem stopping here? Okay, he's just playing... Lightning is just...
chasing him.
Lightning is just going after him. He actually had the ability to go dark and get the cap if he wanted to, but he wants the kill.
He's really desperate, I guess.
Galaxy maybe eats one of those torps. Nope, it goes right past his boat without him taking it. So yeah, this Lightning just he just threw.
Yeah, Lightning just gives his life.
Wait, Lightning doesn't die for that?
Actually, blindside?
Wow, Lightning doesn't...
Shot way over.
Lightning doesn't get that. Wow. Yeah, he shot way over his boat.
Way over his ass.
It looks like Amalfi is just going to go in here on the Z23. Harlem in a horrible torp crossfire now, but he doesn't eat any?
He's dodging.
Wow, he doesn't eat any. Oh my goodness, dude. And let's go, Six. Six is just getting in here on the Z. Slam, the first salvo slam.
Yeah, that Z was
Charles getting
out there.
Charles getting some shots in.
He just
he just saw his torps. He has no torps for this. 2 torp YOLO kills? Oh my... No way! Oh my goodness. Six the absolute GOAT. Oh my lord. And down goes Lightning as well. Harlem just ate his first torp there after getting torped for that long. And we'll go back up and look at it was
looking bad for Pain until Six got the diff off of the Plymouth.
We'll go back and look at Toxic's POV for a second, just because of the fact that he's the closest one actually to this guy. Oh my lord. Okay. And well, GG. Slam.
Literally, GG, that's his name.
I guess so. I didn't even think of that. Straight up. Wow, so that was actually a pretty interesting first game. Dan just taking a bit too much damage. I don't know if it's necessarily that he hasn't played enough DDs yet or something. Just eats...
I assume not, considering he has 16-2.
Yeah. And, so he eats a lot of unnecessary damage there. But like maybe 40 chess gets the Vanguard to engage so hard that the Vanguard gives its life for free there. So
yeah, that was the big brain move. Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that, sure, man. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, it was a pretty good first game, actually.
Yeah, there wasn't really two particularly like huge, massive foes.
No.
That one.
The lightning was just so like I'd say like
He felt too
some
desperate,
well
so he
the
played
lightning, yeah,
reckless way.
the lightning was super desperate to try to get the kill to stabilize when he could have just stayed on cap and lived and been fine. And the Z-23, I'm not exactly sure why he stayed on that island for as long as he did. And he committed his torps too early to the Harlem, missed the Harlem with the torps, and then got slammed by Amalfi and wasn't even able to get the ram off.
Yeah, a lot of mistake people have when they get desperate is that they stop thinking straight and play all recklessly like that the Lightning and Z did.
Well, I mean, also Dan eating a lot of damage early, so the enemy Fanta is able to just beat him even when he has Charles Martel support with him. Vanguard just not able to basically do much of anything. He just eats damage early and then just got perma killed basically for it. And then the pain, or I'm sorry, the black just getting absolutely rolled over by a Fantastic was just. I don't know exactly how I don't know how that happened. We didn't get a good POV to actually be able to see what exactly happened there. I'm guessing that black took a torp, and just yeah, that's my best guess is black took a torp. So it starts already up for game two. It appears that so they swapped out the lightning for a Fletcher. On what's it called? On IOLO side. And they're bringing, yeah, still bringing Balti Cleveland. Still no airstrike for IOLO. And, oh, I guess I paused it in a way that, okay, now I have all of them. So, and we have Scout and Osborne, Sam Season in black, Pigeon in Fanta. Pigeon does have a lot of Fanta games. So, they play Pigeon in Fanta, Kaizu in Harlem, Italu in Hawk, and Savage in Vanguard, and I guess Toxic in Charles, because I didn't say that already. I forgot to during the cruisers.
So no Dan POV.
No Dan POV. So we're just going to stay on Toxic for this whole one, so I'm actually going to turn his audio on for this one, or his in-game audio. And looking at it, I mean, I know this is the first game, but I forgot to say something about it, but Toxic having 12.8 conceal on his Charles, is that steering gears? I think it's steering gears. Because I think it gets like 11... I think it's like 11 something, like 11.4 with concealment mod. If I remember
correctly. I haven't played Charles Martel in like over a year.
So it looks like they have the the Hawk for pain spawns on B. I forgot to see what. Did you see what DD that was in middle?
No, I can check real quick.
Yeah, so Pain actually goes from a 1 battleship strat to now they're going for a 2 battleship strat. Hawk and Vanguard. Hawk spawns B.
It was black.
It was black? Okay. So black in middle. Yeah, so this is much more of a quote-unquote traditional probably lineup for Pain here. Rather than like a big alpha damage Charles Martel Amalfi strat. Like, I've actually thought about it for a little bit. Like, a Charles Martel Amalfi Catalunya strat could be absolutely massive. Could be actually really fun on this map. But it's literally just, with that, you're just trying to get flank control so hard, to the point that's just like, you just commit everything into the flanks, delete the DD off the flank, and then take the cap and just get ultimate flank control. So, Toxic gets spotted early here in Charles.
It's spotted. Oh.
And that looks like Osborne over here that is actually with the Charles here. Oh, that Vanguard is, again, playing aggressively. Not again. Don't do it! Don't do it! Yep, Balti Vanguard over here again. So I'd imagine it's probably... I guess the Lightning's gone, so it might be Fletcher over here, potentially?
I mean, Vanguard probably live here because they don't have the Harlem, though, this time around.
Yeah, there's no Harlem here, so... Vanguard will live here. Vanguard and Toxic doesn't want to commit the reload boost early here either. Wow, that Vanguard has such a fast reload, dude.
Yeah, it's such a nasty bow now after the buffs.
So it appears that Osborne actually gets spotted early here. I think that's Balti Radar that went up and caught him. So Pain has to play so passive over here.
Balti Radar. I would say Balti wasn't shooting for a bit, so I think he was waiting for his D-Tech to go smaller to see if a DD was within his radar.
I'm a little curious that Toxic didn't look for a second there to see if he could lob the Balti at all there. Just decided to get more damage onto the Vanguard, and that's double fire on Vanguard, still no DCP yet, so...
Well, he probably wants to pressure Vanguard away so he can like have free farm over Balti if he gets spotted again.
Oh my goodness, that's...
on the side there.
Oh, it's the Z! Oh, yeah, so this Z actually plays like hyper aggressive for IOLO like all the time. So, trying to utilize that advantage with the... I don't know if I would have committed this reload boost, honestly. But with an Osborne Radar, it's really hard to make use of these French cruiser reload boosts.
Wait.
Oh, no. Scout, no! Please, no!
I think, wait a minute, those pumps
Scout, please,
really
no.
bad on him.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised he survived, holy. I
Did
thought
he
was dead. I thought
did he
he
eat two there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He ate multiple. I thought he was gone. I thought he's dead, but no, he lived.
Osborne just has so much HP, dude. You can just, like, live. Okay, this is gonna be a rough one. This is gonna be a really, like, this flank was already rough for Pain, now it's like 1,000 times more rough. So.
They're gonna have to play, like, super passive and try and be low and be winning those side, which it looks like they're not holding out too bad on B side so far.
I'm a little curious because I did notice the fact that this Charles has so much range. He has 18-8 range, but is running reload mod and not range mod. And maybe like running Kuznetsov or something as an inspo and also range flag? I'm not sure. He has so much range though. So Pain are able to get the early points advantage with getting the B cap, but again, like we said, they just this Osborne has to play so carefully now with its life. Can't ever really take an open water engagement at all ever again. And the smoke is probably ending like momentarily. Yeah, I have 3 seconds left on the smoke here. So Toxic does get respotted here. He's also spotted bow in against a potential Vanguard that they don't know where it is. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Balti. Balti does get the early C cap.
I don't want Toxic try to go for the smoke. He should have kept that kind of way because they do have slight point advantage. And even on cap, so they just need to like hold up. Like I said, just play really passive and wait for B to like win their side and do something.
Commits the reload boost on the Balti. The Balti doesn't turn.
Oh. Does he get something? He's not getting anything.
Not enough.
He didn't get any.
Yeah, no sits. That could have been a dove strike, but I think he was aiming too high. I think he couldn't tell because of the island. I think it's just aiming too high on him. I'm surprised that this Vanguard is not shooting him. So, looking at Pain. Pain did get the early cap with the cruiser over on the B side. They do get the cap over there with the Harlem, but the Harlem backs up to stabilize and not just get pushed face first by the... Was it Hawk that IOLO brought? I'm pretty sure. Is there other battleship?
I believe so, yes.
Oh my goodness, he is... Wait, is the cruiser and the battleship both on that corner? On the minimap there? I can't tell. Scout does commit the radar.
Yeah.
So just keep forcing that Z-23 further and further back. They just have to. Payne is playing this perfectly on the side. They just have to slowly. I have no idea. We haven't seen that Vanguard in so long.
What did he disappeared off to? But yeah, that Hawk is in there. Yeah, the Hawk and Cruiser are in there, man.
And that's also the Payne Hawk that's also on that side as well. So they're in between a sandwich from Harlem and Hawk from Payne. IOLO does have cap advantage and points advantage. Both teams both at 7 boats left on the board. And yeah, this Vanguard really should have stayed over on the flank.
Destroyer?
What?
Destroyer's on B.
That's the DD?
Yeah.
Wait, all three? The DD cruiser and battleship are all in one square. What?
You don't need to get the cap that badly, man.
We crave cap pressure. I mean, maybe they're trying to go for all 3 of them an aggressive play on the Harlem?
Well,
maybe.
They saw
the battleship completely repositioned. The Hawk completely repositioned in the middle of B to be able to. I think it's just a straight up broadside battle between the 2 Hawks.
Yeah, but then all 3 of them being there, that's
and Hawk is able.
IOLO.
Hawk is getting bombed by the Harlem from Payne now. Kaizu just able to get just easy drops into him. That's where Vanguard is.
Why did he try to hold up Charles Martel?
I think he wanted to try to take the 1v1 against the Vanguard and the Cap, but and also I'm not particularly happy with how close Toxic is to the island here because he can't lob it. He has no pressure here. So Italu does go down. Oh, that's Plymouth and Hawk that were able to shoot him. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think Payne loses this game, honestly.
Damn, dog died there.
Well, like, he was broadside when he was, like, spotted flat broad in front of the other Hawk.
Yeah, he should have been more careful about going around there.
Now Z is able to just sit and smoke, get the spotting off the Balti Hydro.
Yeah.
So now, Payne down by over 200 points. Down a ship as well, down a battleship. And just that B side is just, that positioning's just weird. They've got the, I can't tell if that's Black or the or not Black or Osborne, Black or the Fantask. I'm gonna guess the Fantask in the enemy spawn. Wait, IOLO has a DD and A. What?
What?
How'd that happen?
What?
Did Payne leave a hole between the DD and middle and the Harlem, and they're just able to sneak a DD through? I guess so. Huh? And Harlem is getting rushed by Plymouth here, so Harlem is probably dead to Plymouth. Unless if he aims his torps like he did last game. Oh, and Toxic commits into torps here. He's gonna eat 1. Guaranteed. Oh, never mind, they run out of range.
Yeah, I mean, like, Payne was... They got screwed over like scouting all those torps and...
Yeah, scouting those torps early meant that they couldn't play at all, like, really aggressively at all on this side. And it just became a battle of attrition against a full conceal Balti and... A full concealed Balti, a full concealed Z, and a Vanguard, and you're just... Well, the Charles that spotted from the moon, and he needs spotting pressure to be able to win that. That's just not possible. Yep, and the
Yeah, and
game's over
Doctor's
there.
Hawk when pushing on a flank, he should have been more careful. He really needed to be more careful, but he wasn't, and so he died. Got he got destroyed. It seems.
So now we have here. Let me edit. Boom. Now we have 1-1. We get a game 3! Yay! We finally get a game 3 on one of the streams I'm actually covering. Let's go.
Yeah, and also I feel like too that Vanguard or whatever it was with the Toxic, that BB with Toxic was also he was too slow to start making action. He's too slow acting, and so it made it even worse for them on that side.
Yep.
A lot of boat switching.
Looks like they're finally getting maybe some boats figured out.
It's Toxic Pain. Dan's in the room.
Oh, Dan's in the room. Okay. I see. I guess
I
maybe
think our
Toxic
priest show you the win now.
maybe Toxic isn't playing in this third game. Yeah, Toxic just messaged me, said that we need to use Dan's stream. Okay, now it appears that we're finally getting them to start rigging up. So I'm going to transition back to the room real quick. Now we finally get boats starting to ready up. Okay, so for Pain, we have Osborne, Lightning, Le Fantasque, Harlem, Ale Chapayev, Charles Martel, and Vanguard. And then from IOLO, we have Z23, Le Fantasque, Fletcher, Plymouth, Balti, Hawk, and Vanguard. So Pain pulling out the one, Pain with one battleship, 3 cruiser, and what you would call it, IOLO with a 2 battleship strat on this map. Still relying on that trusty old Z23. I just,
It's
I
bringing
don't.
back bad memories.
Bad memories on this map against a certain Z23 and a certain Bayard. Yep. So
He's just on top of you.
so we're gonna be riding along with Dan. Dan again in Le Fantasque. So they actually get it was what was that, the Harlem that spawned on A? I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah,
what I saw.
Osborne Harlem.
Osborne Harlem on A, Ale Chapayev, Le Fantasque, and Vanguard here in middle. So that guarantees the Charles Martel over on the C side. Oh, it looks like they're doing a DD swap. Yeah, Payne going for an early destroyer swap here. Between the Fanta and what was the other DD? Crap. Is it Lightning? Yeah, Lightning. So swap between the Lightning and the Fanta. Lightning is going to go play the mid cap. It appears that since they had the Harlem spawn over on the flank, the Harlem is going to actually play the flank. They're not going to move the transition the cruisers either. They're going to commit 2 cruisers to A. DD swap put the Lightning in middle. Vanguard is either going to play for C or just kind of hang out here in A B or at the B side for a little bit and just see how the game develops and then decide where he's going to go. And it's going to be Fanta and Charles Martel on the same flank. Over here on the C side.
Yeah, it seems they're going to have Lightning contest B alone, which I guess it makes sense why they did the DD swap. If the DD is going to be alone, it's best it's a Lightning.
True. Lightning would be the best to do that on its own, but I do question why potentially would you bring a Lightning to do that role when you could have potentially have like Kuniberti to do that role? I feel like Kuniberti might just be better at it. Maybe. I guess it depends on how they play it, but
I think people just haven't tried Kuniberti enough because
it is kind of a niche boat.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, it is kind of a niche boat.
A bit of a niche boat and buffed not too long ago.
With those torps, I'm guessing that might be Z23 on this side with the Fanta.
What were they sets of?
4.
Oh, okay, then, yeah, they are. Because I think Fletcher still has sets of 5, yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher has 5. So if that's Z over here, if that's gonna be Z over here, that's actually gonna be really rough for Dan because Dan is gonna get I think that Z has either 4.8 or 4.9 conceal, so he's gonna get out concealed by
probably 4.8.
Probably 4.8, yeah. So he's gonna get outspotted by 0.8 kilometers against him, and especially when you're just a ass in fight or just reverse kited into these caps and everything, the spotting does start to matter at these when you're dealing with these a few hundred meters here, a few hundred meters there. It matters a lot.
Z donated smoke and they're gonna reline Z silver spotting to destroy here.
Probably.
I'll say Payne's really committing those 2 cruisers to A side. Oh, it's a Hawk, yeah. Oh, radar.
Hawk.
Oh. So okay, it's Plymouth.
Oh, it's Plymouth in the smoke. Yep. Oh, it's Fletcher over here. I guess we did the I saw it was a set of 4 and a set of 3, so I guess it was just a set of torpedo detection, the 5th one, on the first set.
Oh, okay.
Dan, get out of there! Dan, move! Move your boat! Wait, it's not Plymouth. That was HE that just came out of smoke. It's something with AP and HE.
Wait, why did they have AP loaded first thing then? What? Okay.
I don't know. What cruiser? What's their other radar cruiser?
Baltimore.
Oh, so it's Balti in that smoke. So Balti's E-23 Hawk over here on this flank.
That means Plymouth is hunkered down on the island.
Yeah,
That's
Plymouth.
I was worried about it because I was gonna say I don't like Plymouth pick because if it spawns A side, I don't think it does well. And well, the Plymouth is it's on A side.
Well, the Pain DD is getting really aggressive on that flank. So if Plymouth does go out and radar it, it will actually probably kill that DD. Not really sure if they're gonna be able to use
no, dude, it's Priest.
It's still pretty aggressive, man.
It's Priest.
Especially with a Harlem and a El Chapayev backing him up, and the El Chapayev is the one that's reverse guided. It's like I don't know about that.
Hawk really, that's a good hold down spot for Hawk.
That's a really good hold down spot for Hawk. He just has to get there without getting blown up by torps. Which, I mean, at the angle that he's at, he should be just fine. What the heck?
What?
Scout, get out of there!
Have no
Scout!
A. Oh wait, I think they recognize they have no destroy on A.
So oh wait, that's Z23. That so Hawk is over here. Z23 committed to middle with the Fanta, so they just double team the DD in middle. Really heads up play from IOLO there. Really good play actually. So Dan is gonna have to come back and have to take potentially a 1v2 against them to try to stop the bleeding. Wow, that's really good. That's really good situational awareness from that Z23 to go in there with the Fanta, be able to Hydro for the Fanta, to be able to just beat up the Lightning. That's really good situational awareness.
Yeah, they really try and put pressure on the Plymouth now on A.
Yeah, they know that they've got to do something now. So the Plymouth guy reversed, or it was forced to reverse in front of the El Chapayev, so Chapayev has shots on him now right here. It looks like Dan is not going for any kind of aggressive play here onto the enemy DD. Either of them. And then it's...
be really careful there.
Yeah, Charles looks like he's getting a little aggressive on the Hawk. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't get blown up doing so. He's not committing. He's not full committing there.
Ooh.
That Plymouth is just in a really good hold down spot.
And when the destroyers are cutting through the middle of the map. Priest is going really deep in there.
I think they're starting to get fed up with it, and they know they have to kill that guy and kill him quickly.
Yeah, they're really trying.
Because the only way that Pain really comes back this game is they kill that Plymouth quickly. They're able to reposition their boats back into B, and then they could potentially have Dan.
The Hawk backed up way far.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he wasn't on the cap anymore. Took a big hit off of Charles Martel. Oh no.
Oh no. And Harlem goes down to Plymouth, and Plymouth doesn't die yet.
Oh, no.
Oh no. Priest is able to pick up the Plymouth kill over on the flank, but I think it's just too little too late at this point.
I mean, they have 7 minutes. They could probably...
They do have 7 minutes. This Vanguard is getting farmed out here pretty hard by the Z23.
It'll be hard, but they can't...
Wait, no, this is... No. This is... That's Fanta using a Rela boost on the Hawk. Yeah, it's Z... Oh, wait, no, it's Wait, what? I guess it is Z in the smoke, and Fanta's up here. Okay. And Fanta has so much HP now as an advantage. Okay, they are able to kind of equalize, well, by using the Vanguard shot. Vanguard does go down though. L2 spam! L2, L2, L2! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! By L2 spam, yeah! So Dan, just simply because of using Bergamini, is able to outlive that trade with the enemy Fantastic, but he can't take a fight with the C-23 though, is the issue. And they used the entire life of the Vanguard to basically even be able to equalize that trade. And Charles has to 1v1 a Hawk literally single-handedly now. This is rough. This does not look good.
Doesn't Vanguard... Hawk knows is 25, right?
Yes. At least I'm pretty sure. It's either 25 or 27. I think it's 25.
I think it's 25. I mean, Vanguard's matches that. I mean, I think it should have been...
Vanguard on the flank and Charles back here?
When that lightning incident happened, I think Vanguard... I think Vanguard and Charles Martel position should have been switched. I really think they should have been.
Yeah, I think Charles goes down here basically for free. I don't think he's going to be able to tear through a Hawk this fast. I don't think it's even possible. And Dan just has to just stay away from the Z for as long as he can until he gets his reload boost back. Good Charles Martel torps. Able to get one torp on him. He does give up his life though. Fanta gets one torp, not gonna get any more, and it doesn't appear as... Oh, that's not a good place to beach at all. When that Z is right on you, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Fletcher? Wait, Fletcher? Where is he at? Wait, what?
He's probably going to middle to support A side.
I guess so.
Because I should have mentioned it, but like that fast find we saw Fanta was in that smoke. Then
I thought that was Fanta reload. I thought that was. I forgot that they had a Fletcher. I thought it was Fanta reload boosting. Because of the 5 guns in the quick succession that they were firing. But yeah, I guess it was Fletcher. Yeah, and with two boats here, that's like Ale Chapayev can put in work, but it can't put in that much work.
Hey man, despite how good
they've got Priest still.
Look, he's still so healthy.
He is still super healthy.
You look at it, it was like, yeah, I don't know, man. He may blow up. And I said, nah, it's Priest, dude. Okay, he lives, and look at him, he's living. My man is living, dude. Look at him.
Why are you his #1 fan, man?
He knows how to survive, man.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, this is just GG. This is gonna be an IOLO victory.
Because like when that happened, the Vanguard and Charles switched positions. Like the Charles could have been a good cutting position to farm out Hawk and
Vanguard be able to just sit there and try to obliterate him through his nose.
Yeah, that's even does. I'm checking real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, we could just be completely. We could be simply just fabricating some right now, but
I'm checking.
2 minutes left, and yep, there's the radar from the Balti. Priest is in a pretty bad spot here.
Yeah, it's 25. Even Duncan, it's 25.
I knew that Duncan was
Uh-huh.
25.
Oh, well, you could have told me that.
Oh. Priest does go down, and it's just Ale Chappie now. Ale Chappie will probably get the Balti here. Actually, no, he's winning. He might trade with the Balti here potentially, but Chappie is definitely going down here as well. Oh, it doesn't even get the trade off. Yep. Wow. So that's IOLO picking up 2 out of 3 against Payne, and that was just really, really, really heads up, good situational awareness from the Z23 to go back through middle and just absolutely just curb stomp the Lightning. And see, that's one of those reasons right there that I think Kuniverti would have been a better pick, just simply because of the fact that
That is true, actually. That is true.
Kuniverti would have been a way better pick because he can smoke himself out of there, and he can also just be like, oh, I recognize the fact that it's like, oh, they're probably trying to come get me. I'm just going to engine boost and just get out of there. So
And Jaboon's calling smoke away. Yeah, that is so true, actually. Wow. Kuniverti would have been better there, huh?
yeah. Well, it's just Kuniverti is just with the way that the way that it got buffed and everything. It's a really, really good stall vote now. If you try to push it with like it's kind of like in Summer League last year when there was a particular I forget who we were going against, but
Oh,
I was in
I'm looking
Mogador.
back and I see why Lightning got caught so hard now.
What was he just like hard on an island or something?
Yeah, they were.
Hmm.
They were just on the. I mean, we can just go on that. Go on
Yeah.
those tactics.
Well, I'm going back in the stream to be able to look at his positioning. Here, I can probably just boom. Yeah. So here, I can actually probably just pull it up as well. Just go into the minimap or like zoom into the minimap really hard. Ah! Okay. I didn't mean to cut there, but that's fine. Whatever, I guess. Okay, so yeah, just looking at it, and the fact where it's just like that blue triangle in the middle on B, that being the lightning, and it's just I think the Fanta was the one that up in Pain spawn as well, so they just yeah, that's just there's no way he lives that. And I don't know why you're a lightning playing so aggressively onto a cap that you don't know what's there. And it's like it's really like because of the way that you're sitting on the island, there's no way for you to be able to like spot things and have good sight lines as people come in. So it's really easy for that to happen to you.
Yeah, because he's completely alone, so he needs to be like contesting E on the edge on the open area. But he's not. He's on the island, and so he got penciled easily. He got caught between the island and the boats, and so he couldn't do anything and died.
I see. But yeah, I'm gonna transition over to the uh Watt tactic now, and it's like yeah, just that repositional awareness to be able to put the to take the Z23, go into middle with it with the Fanta is straight up just what won this game. Because also the as soon as the hawk that went over here.
When the first DD was spotted, he was like here actually, and the DD was here, and Fanta was like unspotted still like over here. That's what Lightning was. He was that deep in there.
Interesting.
Is, yeah, that's bad.
That's kind of suicidal, yeah. And it's what exactly what would happen with that positioning is exactly what happened. The Z and the Fanta, neither of them even gave their life to go get him, and Fanta even goes all the way up here and doesn't quite kill the Fanta that goes up and chases him, but able to get him like super low. They can't do anything for the rest of the game, and Vanguard goes down for it to the Fletcher Torps, and the Balti back here just farming him.
Yeah, and I would say when I mentioned that lightning incident happened, like that, like they could have, because they had time to do so. So Vanguard could reposition to like, go right here, and that Charles could have repositioned there, and the DD could stay here and spot.
Mm-hmm.
And so to do that, that's a good opportunity for them to kill Hawk. But instead, didn't Hawk live throughout the entire game?
Oh yeah, Hawk never died.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the only boat that died for IOLO was the Fanta.
Yeah, it was. I think too, watching the minimap too, watching the Harlem Chappie push up. Like Chappie is kind of reverse Kain, but Harlem, when he's pushing on the eye on a Plymouth, like, I kind of knew he was gonna die because all that Plymouth has to do is just back up a little bit and just shoot hopes at him because Harlem is so close. Because if he wanted to approach Plymouth, he should have done it more wider, like more farther away.
Yeah. Instead he went all the way to the island and just got deleted by Torps. And
Yeah,
Priest
and so
had to
he blew up.
Priest had to do the work there. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think so too. So to all the ladies and gentlemen at home, thank you for tuning in. Had actually pretty good sets of games today. And no real like major throws or anything. It was just small positional errors that ended up costing people big time, which is exactly kind of what we said at the beginning of the stream. It's going to be the little things that win these games, and guess what? That's exactly what it was. So, well, game 2 was kind of, I guess, bigger. Just just don't get or don't get eat like 2 or 3 Z torps in your Osborne. That's like the biggest thing. But I don't know.
Yeah, Scout.
I don't know. It was pretty good to see. It was pretty good at least to see on Hotspot that they were actually playing for flanks most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And yeah, that was actually pretty well played from both teams. And I know 100% I won't be available Saturday next weekend. 50-50 on Sunday next weekend. I'm not exactly sure if I will be available or not. I will be out of state, or not out of state, but I'll be like 350, 400 miles away. Still in NorCal next weekend. So, if I do stream though, I will make a post about it. I'll say which game or games I will be covering. And yeah, thank you all for